Well done, sir. Then we're from Latex, sir. You are a politician and a lawyer. Recently, Okiogun Development Council addressed a press conference saying the region must produce the next governor. And all over the town, the agitation on everybody's lips is Okiogun must produce the next governor. You, as one of the stakeholders from that region, what is your take on this?
Now, thank you. I appreciate the question you ask. And the ODCF is a socio-political organization which represents a very large proportion of the people of Okiogun. And the agitation, as we know, and has been championed by the OPF, which is another socio-political organization from Okiogun, is that Okiogun should be given the opportunity to produce the next governor. I want to tell you that my own view is the view of the ODCF and the view of OPF, and it's also the view of any right-thinking person in Oyo State of today. And that is, as a matter of equity, as a matter of justice, and as a matter of fair play, no section of a state should be denied the opportunity to become a governor of that state. If you look at the Constitution of Nigeria, everybody has equal rights. You do not have a better right than me just because you are from Ibadan and I'm from Shaki. No, everybody has equal rights. And if we all have equal rights, it means therefore that the opportunity you have should also be open to me. And that is what the ODCF is saying. That, and if you look at the contribution to the development of the present Oyo State, Okiogun area has contributed, I want to say, even more than all other zones of the state. If you look at our record, so many great things, starting from the historical point of view. So many of the warriors that fought during the Old Oyo Empire, they came from Okiogun. And as a matter of fact, the location of the Old Oyo Empire was at one point or the other at Igbo. They call that place Oyole. And if you look at the composition of the traditional council, you will see that so many first-class Obas are from Okiogun. Presently, in Nigeria of today, we have a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from Okiogun. We have the deputy governor presently from Okiogun. We have so many people from Okiogun. So you cannot say that Okiogun is not good enough to produce the governor just because of their location. If you are talking of the intellectual requirement of a would-be governor, there is no parameter that we use to measure it that you won't find from Okiogun. So I believe that in the interest of justice, equity, and fair play, Okiogun should be allowed the opportunity of producing the next governor. That's my view.
In addition to this question he asked 2 days back, another senatorial district, they call themselves Oyo Senatorial District, came out, Oyo Central Senatorial District, came out to say that they have never become anything in terms of #1 citizen of the state. That every other senatorial district in Oyo State have become at one time or the other become governor or deputy governor. That, you know, only Oyo Central has not become anything. What do you have to say about this?
Now, I personally, I want to fault that their claim. I can mention a governor who came from, we have a governor from Oyo Central before, and that is Governor Kolapo Ishola. Governor Kolapo Ishola is from Pade, and if you look at Pade, Pade is in Akinyele local government, and Akinyele local government is in Oyo Central. So why would you say that Oyo Central has not produced a governor before? So I seize this opportunity and challenge anybody who has that claim, that claim is faulty from the onset. Oyo Central had once produced the executive governor of Oyo State. At least I can remember that. And what we are talking about is that we are talking about a people of 10 local government area. And if you look at Okiogun as it is today, Okiogun constitutes 50% of the landmass of the whole of Oyo State. 50%, like half